Now then, and welcome back to Out to Grass with me, Colin, and to part 2 of my big Japanese adventure. When we left you last, we were on the early morning coach to Tokyo, so that's where we're picking up.
24時間承っております。ネット上でクレジットカード決済して
Just on the GR train across Tokyo, and like this driver's a big blocked out door shop. Because every now and again, he does a, you know it makes absolute total sense. Right.
Accidentally. Two for one sale on Buddhas, nice. A little bit more sightseeing, because much as we were in love with seeing Tokyo, we were pretty wiped out after the very early morning coach ride. Plus, both of us wanted to see Tokyo at night, and Pippa in particular wanted to go to an iconic shop called Don Quixote's, which is on multiple levels, has absolutely nothing that you need, but when you're in there, trust me, you are suddenly convinced they've got things you want. Let's come searching for our favourite peach mint Kit Kats, but I'm afraid looks like we're going to be empty-handed. There are a lot of flavours, but we think that was limited edition. The nearest we've got is straight up peach Kit Kats, so that might have to be it. Are you getting them? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good enough. Still the best one. So relax.
I am so tempted to get this spinning teacup ride. Just under 40 quid for the DIY set to make it yourself. I am tempted, but I don't know if I can get it in my luggage. First full day in Tokyo now. We arrived yesterday, it was red hot, and it was packed. I don't particularly cope well with big cities, I'm not a big fan, and Tokyo is in your face as far as tourists are concerned. I'm aware we're tourists, but yeah.
We're better.
We're better. Yeah, lots of loud tourists, lots of everywhere being packed, so because we've got a relatively early start this morning, it's actually nice to see it a little bit quieter. We're on our way to a tower today for an aerial view of the city. What's the tower called?
It's called Tokyo Sky Tower.
Tokyo Sky Tower. If you understand Japanese, that means Tokyo Sky Tower. So yeah, it's nice that it's a little bit quieter. And we'll see what we see today. It's all about Harry Potter World tomorrow. Today's just kind of like transition into the big event.
Build up.
Yeah, it's build-up day. So we'll see how it goes. But I tell you what I noticed last night, which I obviously didn't get footage of, but we were coming back on the metro at 10 o'clock at night. The amount of, like, I think they call them salarymen over here, but basically office workers, some of them were women. Office workers were just falling asleep on the metro. Just that exhausted, and you think you're coming home from work after 10 o'clock. That is some work ethic. I'm not sure how healthy it is, but yeah. We've seen it in the flesh, I've heard about it, and obviously online, but yeah, see it in person. So many people on the way back from the office, like after 10 at night. Crazy. There definitely is a strong work ethic. In fact, when I was applying for my visitor's pass for Korea and Japan, yeah, there was no option for retired. Didn't exist. I had to put household activities was my job. Anyway, we'll carry on this journey towards the tower. That's the Tokyo Sky Tower, that's what we're going up. And this is the temple we were at yesterday. At least it's a little bit quieter today, but obviously always going to be busy. Temple, palace, I don't know. Pagoda. If you come to Japan, or I would say also Korea, you're never far from the public toilet. They are fantastic for it. I don't know if I've said this before, I might have. Makes me wonder where all ours have gone. Only a very quick snippet of footage, obviously. I don't know if I've said this before, but school kids are behaved over here. We've seen huge packs of them just told to sit down in a square, and they just all sit down in a square, like on the floor. And for ages in the Shinkansen station, wow. They told them to sit, and there was hundreds of them all sat in a big square. We sat there for ages on the floor, on the hard marble floor, till it was time for their train. At last, the great taste of kombu kelp in an ice cream. Mmm, kombu goodness. It's a bit weird.
I wouldn't like to go.
Tokyo Dome. Finger is that it? I can't tell. I've got my glasses on. Anyway, it's over there. So please don't at me, but we found a beer festival when we came down from the Tokyo Tower, the Sky Tower. So we're both having breakfast and fries. I've got a beer, and I've managed to find, my son Luke's quite hard to buy for present wise, but surely a manga based hot curry is the ideal gift for anyone. Well, I thought I'd go for a whiskey soda. 1 litre of whiskey soda, that is.
I definitely recognize.
You can buy a barbecue pack. They bring out a little barbecue for you and off you go. How cool is that? Well, you did the face but your head wasn't in. So I'll give you another chance. There you go. Well, I'm not exactly protesting, but Pippa wants to go in an Inu cafe, a dog cafe. There's today's cast.
You're pretending it's just me.
I'm more than happy. Let's have a look in and see what the story is in the old dog cafe.
Oh, you'll have to give the little one something while I'm feeding this one, because it's getting... Look at it. No chicken for you.
Oh, none for you. You have got the jacket of diet on. The diet jacket. So, today's the day. We've been to Korea. We've been to the beautiful city of Kyoto and the Inari Shrine. We've moved to a rural area of Japan, to Magame, quiet, idyllic country life, and walked the historic Nakasendo Way. We've had a couple of days here in bustling Tokyo, been at the Sky Tower, But now the main event for old Pippa, the whole reason for coming to Japan, I reckon, is today, Harry Potter World. So that's where we're on our way to now. We've got our bags packed because we're gonna store our bags at Shinjuku, where our coach goes. After today, we're going to stay not near Mount Fuji, a place where you can see Mount Fuji for another quiet, by a lake type stop. But yeah, very excited today. It's Harry Potter World. This guy just had 2 massive suitcases on that shelf and a trailer full of suitcases. No problem, I'll just push bike across town with it for you. Oh.
ご用件をどうぞ。
Hello. Hello.
I switched to English. Hello.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Well, exciting. We start to see signs now. We just got off the tube at Metro, making our way to Harry Potter World. Tickets get us in at 12 o'clock. And it's nowhere near 12 o'clock, it's only 20 past or something. But we're going to see if we can get in anyway, because Pippa says your ticket isn't a sort of timed one that you've got to exit at a certain time. You can stop as long as you want. So we're going to see if we can get in before our time. That would be a bit of an un-Japanese thing to happen, but you never know. And yeah, exciting, here we are. Hey, look at that, a genuine British phone box. Maybe not. I mean, this is the gift shop, we haven't actually got in yet. This is just the gift shop. Oh, that's amazing.
That's so funny.
This is definitely the longest I've queued, well, for any type of food, but definitely the longest I've ever queued to try British food in Harry Potter World. That queue outside is a lot longer than it looks. We've got to be well over half an hour. Easy. And it still has to snake round down up again into this. A few more S-bends, then we'll be at the front to get our Slytherin bangers and mash. And 45 minutes later, we've ordered our meal. 2 bangers and mash, or whatever the bangers and mash equivalent is in Japan. We're ready because we're hungry. You can see Privet Drive outside, and the bridge, and the chest. We're excited, about halfway through the tour. Bangers and mash, British style, obviously always with
bread and melted butter and no gravy. Gloss over that head with cake's quite cool.
Yep.
We've both gone for the same bangers and mash.
Starving.
If you're in the market for a wand,
Plenty to choose from.
plenty to choose from. I mean, they're real.
Yep.
We did have an absolutely brilliant time at Harry Potter World, or the making of Harry Potter, I think it's actually called. And that's bearing in mind I'm only a bit of a casual Harry Potter fan. It's Pippa who was the big fan. But then it was time for the evening coach, which is going to take us to Lake Kawaguchiko. We're hopefully going to see Mount Fuji. And once again, I'm watching for Japanese punctuality. This coach is due to leave at 7:15, and that's why we're focused on the clock. Oh, we're early. No, we're not. This is our accommodation at Lake Kawaguchiko, which is where we've come to see Mount Fuji. It's day 12 of the holiday. We'll probably have a little sum up what's been going on in a bit. So I'm conscious most of the footage doesn't have many bits of me telling you what the hell's going on. But anyway, that's our accommodation. And one of the things I heard about coming to see Mount Fuji is people have come and they could still not even see it because of cloud cover. So we have definitely been lucky because that is Mount Fuji, and there's not a bit of cloud cover, just this guy. I don't know what his problem is. But yeah, day 12 of the holiday, we've already seen Mount Fuji. We had 2 full days to see it because we were here last night and another 2 nights, so yeah, job done on that one. Nice kebab. Don't judge me, yes, we did have a kebab. It was blooming lovely. Very light, all chicken. The guy in there was really nice as well. Just right in this heat. Small meals. So we had a fabulous time up the cable car to the top of the hill there to get an amazing view of Mount Fuji. We were super lucky with the cloud cover. We got a practically unobscured, perfect view. And after that it started getting cloudy again. As I say, apparently it's famous for people missing out and getting an obscured view, so we're going back to the hotel now. We're going to get ourselves reset and then we're going to have a walk around the lake. Got like a bat out of hell because he's late. Yeah, it's been a bit of a blur really. A couple of days. Our 2 days in Korea was like, it was 3 days really, you could even argue it was 4, but we got there on the evening, so it was 2 full days. And that seemed to go over in a flash. Then we're in Kyoto again, went over in a flash. All the rooms have been quite different, which has been nice. And we've ranged from like hostels and basic places to this place is absolutely lovely that we've got near the banks of the lake. What's the lake called? Kawaguchiko Lake. Yeah, we don't really know where this walk's going, but it's just like get a look out in the lovely air now that it's a little bit cooler, and wait for hopefully see the sunset. And that's what we're going to do. Not much left of the holiday after this, which is like sad times. We've got tomorrow, and then we move on to what is basically another transition towards getting home. Because it's a long way from Japan back to ours. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I'll leave you with a bit of footage of the lake as we, fingers crossed, wait and see a sunset. I think we kind of missed the sunset because the nearer we walked to the other mountains, the sun was hidden anyway, so technically we saw the sunset by walking towards the sun. The sunset behind the mountains, but we made it do it. But we're having a lovely walk around the lake, it's been really nice. And the crazy thing about how big Mount Fuji is it keeps looking as though it's moved. You come round a corner from a different angle and it's still, you think it'll have moved, but it hasn't because it's so huge. I think it's optical illusion, so. But it is a gorgeous evening, a little bit cooler. It's been a red hot holiday, so it's been nice to be a bit cool. Not quite sure how far around the lake we're going, but to be honest, it's lovely at the moment, so not thinking about that yet. We've just been blowing our minds with how big Mount Fuji is, because it's further away than we thought. It doesn't look much bigger than the mountains around here, but that's because it must be a long way off.
Miles away.
We're both familiar with the Skiddaw near Keswick in the Lake District, and it's more than 4 times taller than that. But sitting looking at it now, it doesn't look
Looks tiny.
that much bigger. Well, tiny.
No, not tiny.
Yeah.
But it looks like just a
Yeah.
normal size for a mountain.
Skiddaw's 931 metres, this is 3,776 metres.
So like what, Snowdon's like 1,000, you said? It's just like
Snowdon's 1,300 metres, so
it's
it's
about 3 times as much.
well
as
over 3
Snowdon.
times higher than Snowdon. So
Mad.
our eyes have been playing tricks on us this whole time, making it look nearer than it really is, and that's probably why it moves in a weird way when we're walking around the
Yeah.
lake, because it's actually way in the distance. Wow, it's a big mountain.
Nuts.
It is nuts. No wonder they're proud of it. It looks
It's
gorgeous
a big
as well.
volcano.
Yeah, hopefully extinct. No wonder they're proud of it though. Just past them fishermen like with a little, well I don't know if they were fishermen, they had little camp beds and
Yeah.
little wood stoves. I think they were just camping out by Mount Fuji. Wild camping, good on them. I think it was in a permitted zone though because they were all in one lay-by, but still. Oh, I could imagine it. Beaut. Yeah, so it's a lot bigger than we thought it was. And it's been more or less clear all day. We have been so super lucky seeing it. We have. Gorgeous weather, but also just clear. As I said, it's normally clouded in clouds, but not today. Wow. Right, so it's a long way off.
Yep.
That's the top and bottom of it.
Yep. I don't know if it is. I feel like it is still active as a volcano.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know though.
Tune in for more Philippa facts later.
You make me sound stupid because I didn't know.
You did that job yourself. Yeah, probably won't come off on camera, but yeah, you could definitely see the top of the mountains.
We've seen it with our own eyes.
Still got the sun on it, because that's how tall it is. Whereas over there, the sun is behind those mountains. Oh yeah, we have seen the sunset. It's setting now.
Yep.
Yeah, you probably can't see it. You might be able to see it. Top of the mountain's got a sort of golden light to it because it's still getting the sun, even though everything else isn't. Yeah, Mount Fuji action. And we were right, we were seeing the sunset. We thought the sun suddenly got brighter, but I think what actually happened is the mountains got darker, so the sky seemed to get brighter when the sun was actually setting behind them. But yeah, 100% the top of Mount Fuji was still golden and lit up, where everyone else was getting dark and twilight. Not for a massive amount of time, was it? Just a few minutes. But yeah, what a sight. Goals, like you said. Yep, absolutely gorgeous with the waves lapping. Still day. We couldn't have had more perfect conditions for our big Fuji day today. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow now, are we?
Fuji themed day.
We did originally plan bike ride, but it looks as though a bit limited on where you can bike. Got these lovely paths, but they've all got no bike signs, so not sure what tomorrow will bring. Here we go then. Spam, for some reason, very popular in Asia. She did ask me if I wanted it warming at Tatami Maska when I bought it. I thought I'd try it as is. So there we go. Asian spam, for some reason a delicacy. These are blowing away, it's quite a windy day. Let's give it a go. Ooh. It's not just spam, it's got, as you can see it, it's underneath. Actually, yeah, that totally works. Sorry about this. It'll blow away. This is nice. The weather's going to change today. It's forecast thunder and rain, so I'm making the most of it. I'm going to go try and get a little walk in. Oh yeah. It's banging. I wish I'd been having this more often. Spam. I don't know. What did it say? Musubi. Spam musubi. There you go. Oh, it's a thumbs up from me. Definitely enjoying. So today is our final full day in Japan. And that's a sad thing to say because I've loved it. As I said at the very beginning of this adventure, it's somewhere that I've long had a fascination with. I actually planned to go in 2019. I had a ticket, the plane ticket, accommodation booked, everything. And that was the year I had my heart attack, so a month before I was due to go, couldn't go. And then I thought, well, I'll just go the following year when I've recovered in 2020. If you're familiar with 2020, that was COVID, so that didn't happen. And then Asia did stay locked down for a long time after a lot of the world was opening, and even when it did open, there were a lot of restrictions on what you could and couldn't do, and travel-wise, and curfews, and it just felt like I had to wait, so I've waited and waited. And then obviously, if you're familiar with the channel, you'll know
the whole point of it really is for me to document, and then hopefully you're interested too, my attempts to like live life, still have adventures and have fun despite the fact I have a lung disease, a chronic lung disease. So what I'm trying to do now is have fun, enjoy my life, carry on having daft adventures, which is what I've always done. And I know I rambled on about it, and on the Ribblehead Viaduct video I rambled on a bit about all that, wanting to make the most out of life and mortality, but it's true. And so I definitely haven't got an aim to make this channel a negative place. I've been moaning about it. The idea is it's meant to be kind of, if I say inspirational, that's a bit trite really, but as positive as possible. So yeah, that's what this trip to Japan is, just encapsulated that for me. I'm sorry if you've come for wild camping, not doing that, or getting drunk. If the if the forecast thunderstorms happen today, it is forecast thunderstorms later today, maybe I'll have a beer. It can set my stomach related side effects off. The medication I'm on does give me side effects that I've got to deal with. So today, as I say, it's our last, wish it was our first day in Japan. It's our last full day in Japan. Technically we stay the night and we're here tomorrow, but it's a very, very early morning start for us tomorrow. We've got a local bus to the station and then a coach back to Tokyo, which is about 1 hour 45 on the coach. Coach travel here is a doddle, it's so comfy. But yeah, back to Tokyo, then we get a flight. So instead of flying straight back to the UK, which is where we live, which is a very long flight, it's all to do with the direction the earth turns or something, it takes longer to go one way than the other. So we're going back with a stop for a couple of days, which really just boils to one full day in Canada, which is exciting. My daughter Pippa, she's amazing at planning stuff, so yeah, we've done a couple of full days in Korea. The bulk of this trip's been Japan, as you've seen, and then we're going to round it off with a couple of days in Canada. We're hoping we can get a day trip to Niagara Falls and back. And what a holiday that'll have been if that happens. But either way, we'll go to Canada for a couple of days from tomorrow morning, and we have a very early start to do that. So yeah, today's it's our last day, it's our last full day. Yeah, so let's just say I suffered with the stomach related side effects of my medication yesterday quite badly, so I didn't feel too clever. And so today's plan was for me and Pippa to go to Fuji, which is a big theme park with some massive rides at the bottom of Mount Fuji. It's only a local bus ride from here, very easy to get to. I was feeling so rough last night, and because it meant such an early start, we decided the best plan was for Pippa to go on her own. She's no stranger to going places. She loves going, like I do, love going places on my own. It's a different style of adventure on your own. People seem to have this fear of doing stuff on their own, but it's such a freedom, only having yourself to please. Anyway, she's gone to Fuji, the theme park. She said she's going to take some video, so you'll see Fuji, hopefully. And I've come out for a stroll. It's still really hot, not particularly beaming sun, but it is still sunny. But as I say, there's thunderstorms forecast, so I'm just basically going for a stroll about, because tomorrow I'll be sat on a plane for, I think it's 11 hours to Canada, but plus the bus ride, coach ride to get to Tokyo in the first place. Get out and move about, which I like doing anyway. So yeah, that's what's going on this morning. I say this morning, it's about 11, it's after 11 o'clock.
Flowers. They are flowers. If Mrs. Outergrass was here, she'd be able to tell you probably what type they are, but I can't. Flowers, bonny flowers. I'm just trying to find where this path is. There seems to be a path to a shrine on the little map we got given along here, but I'm struggling to find it at the moment. More flowers. Where's Mrs. Outtergrass when you need her? She'd know what they were. Flowers. Right, we're definitely on the right track. We all know P's for parking. South. What we're looking at here. Parking. Car location. So this is the south car park. I'm struggling a bit on the next bit. But fingers crossed, you park here and then maybe you walk up here.
Right, well I haven't found the route to the shrine yet, but I have started feeling some little dots of light rain. I'm going to bear with it for now. If it's going to turn into a thunderstorm, I might have to do one. It's okay at the minute, it's still sunny, still warm, still relatively dry, very fine rain. We'll find out what I'm going to end up in. You've got the impression that because land's at such a premium, they squeeze graveyards in where they can, but this one goes right up the side of the mountain. I've got no intention of following that track though, because they are very conscious of bears around here. Just started to there. It was the lightest sort of, it was quite pleasant having some light rain after all this heat we've had. I thought that's nice, I could deal with this. And it started getting heavier really quickly, but then I took cover, put my waterproof on and stopped again now. I'm going to head vaguely back towards the direction of the hotel. Just keep wandering around this village. I will get you the name of the village. I think it's Kawaguchiko. I'm going to go with Kawaguchiko and the subtitles will prove me right or wrong. Yeah, this is pretty nice. We're stepping back in time, if that's alright to say. In a good way. Doesn't look as though I'm going to find the shrine, but I mean it was just on a little local looky around map. I don't know how grand a thing it's going to be. It's just to give me something to do really. A target. The sun's come back out now, so fingers crossed that bit of rain is just come and gone. Did say forecast thunderstorms, but you can never trust your phone, can you? You can get a good picture here of what I'm saying about the weather. It's still nice up this side. That's the weather that's coming in. So, lucky so far, and as I say, it's our last day anyway, so we've timed it right. Again, we have had a lot of luck on this trip. So yeah, we're going to try going up here. It's raining. As you can see, it's absolutely teeming down now, so I'm going to do some luggage admin. Basically, I'm going to repack my case because it's getting a bit dishevelled and needs sorting out, so I can fit all my souvenirs in, ready for the commute. So Canada, that's the bus stop out there that Philippa will be arriving back to when she gets back from the theme park. I hope she didn't get drenched. I mean, there is some maybe dry sky coming. Just simply like team down and then stop. But it doesn't matter, I'm back now. I've got plans to do some luggage admin, so that's what I'm going to do.
That's right, if you're washing your socks by hand, here's a hack. You're welcome.
Final day in Japan, and as you can see, we've been very lucky with our timing. Raining now, absolutely no chance of seeing Mount Fuji, which is over there. Nothing, so if you've come to see it today, you'd have missed it all. We've been super lucky with the weather. Not a real day in Japan today though. We've got this bus to catch to Kawaguchiko station, then the coach to Tokyo, then the bus from Tokyo to Narita airport, then the flight to Canada. So technically we're in Japan, but in reality we're travelling. It's a transit day. Where are we now then? Were you listening? Should know. That's right, we're in Canada. We're in Toronto. There we are, we've seen Niagara Falls. It got wet. I was saying to Pippa there, whenever I've seen this get on the boat, they're made of the mist. What, you get all wet and like all full of mist? Yeah, definitely. When I looked down and there was like people with all ponchos in soaking wet mist, like, no thanks. So yeah, we've seen it. It is very impressive. But once you get to the business end where the big falls are, it's just like, well, mist. You see? It's like, you can't really see. You can. Don't know if on a better day you can, but yeah. Glad I've seen it though. Quite an impressive sight. Canadian High Force. I don't know if the gift shop's as good. It is bigger than the gift shop at High Force. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that boat. Why would you want to be on there? You are getting soaked. But you know, that's what turns you on. See a psychologist. So there we are. We've seen Niagara Falls. It was kind of a bonus to come to Toronto in the first place, to Canada, and it's only a 2-hour bus ride, so yeah, we went to Niagara Falls. Very impressive. It is impressive, but we both kind of said the business end where all the big waterfalls is happening, the nearer you get to it is, I don't know, the day we were here anyway, it's just an unpleasant misty. There's our Pip, she's having to sit down. It's like an unpleasant, well, not unpleasant, but cold mist rain that you're basically having to deal with. You can't really see when you're in it, and you're getting soaked like it's pouring down. So it's really impressive, but the nearer you get to it, the less you can see. So I'm glad I've seen it. I think it's a wonder of the world. You can check it out if you like online, but certainly a very impressive waterfall, bigger than High Force in Teesdale where I live. Yeah, definitely bigger. But yeah, obviously thousands and thousands of visitors. But since we're in Toronto, it was like 2 hour bus ride, like I say, why not? So we came. Yeah, and last night, I know I didn't really film much. We made the transfer from Narita Airport in Tokyo over to Toronto. Yeah, it was a 12-hour flight, but it flew over. I was doing a load of editing, and yeah, it seemed to go pretty quick. But culture shock wise, wow. After spending 2 weeks in Japan, where everyone's very mindful of people around them and how their actions affect them, you don't really get a lot of noise pollution, especially on public transport. It was mad to get off the plane, be on a train, people talking loudly to each other. It took me a minute. There was a woman talking on the seat in front of us to a friend, quite not loudly like shouting, but clearly that everyone could hear. And it took me a few minutes because I was like, she's so rude. That's so rude. And then I realised I hadn't quite got out of Japanese mode, where people would just never do that. And it's like your noise pollution's affecting that person's day, basically. I think it's the thinking of it. So yeah, it took me a minute to think, hang on, Cole, this is fine. You're not in Japan anymore. People do that. So yeah, and then everyone's a bit in your face. Not Canadians in general, just having spent 2 weeks in Japan, everyone seems very in your face when you come away. And we're missing the Japanese toilets. Without going into details, for the future, every nation should have them Japanese toilets. They're fab. So yeah, we got a couple of days here, like last night. But when we got here, we were just not tired. Like, I got to bed, I'm absolutely wiped out. Just didn't really have the energy to do much. So we got pizza ordered in. I bought some Canadian beers. I wanted one that we couldn't get at home, so I got that. Can't remember what it's called, but I'll have a look. I'll show you the clip in a minute of us bought them. And yeah, we just kind of like chilled out in the Airbnb. Decided we definitely come to Niagara Falls today, and I am glad we came. It definitely was worth coming here today. But yeah, like I say, it's a bit, you sort of think, we were thinking, how long do you need for a day here? So we went online, and it's like, you need at least 2 to 3 hours, but preferably half a day, or 2 to 3 days. Well, honestly, once we walked along the main walkway and looked at it, I was like, an hour will do it, like. Because as I say, the nearer you get to it, the more it's just mist, like unpleasant cold rain mist. So yeah, it's massive. Like so many things in life, it is massive, it is impressive, but in your head, for me personally anyway, and Philip said the same, you build it in your head so massive that you're like, it's not quite as big as I thought. It is massive. So yeah, here we are, we're in Niagara Falls, we've got the coach over, we'll get the coach back tonight, or this afternoon, sorry. We haven't got that long here. I think we gave ourselves just 2 or 3 hours, which is more than enough. I'm actually walking in the park that's opposite now, because it's obviously super busy near the falls. Just wanted to sort of catch you up on what's been going on, yeah. And tomorrow, RIP our holiday, because if all goes to plan, we're flying Toronto back to Heathrow, and my dream holiday, once in a lifetime holiday, will be over. Been to South Korea, been to Japan, now I'm in Canada. Amazing, it's been absolutely brilliant. And as I said at the very beginning of the video on part 1, you know, this has been a trip of a lifetime for me, a bucket list trip. I've always wanted to go to Japan, and now I've been to Japan, and all I want to do now is go back. I absolutely loved it. So hopefully that'll happen again. But as for now, we'll be getting the bus back into Toronto from Niagara Falls in a bit, once it's due. And then really on the agenda tonight for us is, we don't know, apart from we're going to get poutine, which is a very Canadian thing to eat. Seen it on the TV, we want to try it. I mean, I'm going to say it looks like chips and gravy with cheese, but I don't know if the gravy's like special gravy or something, but yeah, poutine is chips with this gravy, and I get cheese curds, I think, something like that. Anyway, we'll find out tonight when we have it. We both want to try it, probably share one between us, not sure. So that's the plans for tonight, and then as I say, tomorrow we've got quite a bit of the day before we fly, but we do have to check out, so we'll probably be trying to find somewhere to store the luggage and have a little look around Toronto itself, which is a massive city. And I have to keep stopping myself from saying, the American version of whatever, because it's not, it's the Canadian version of whatever. So yeah, I was like, the American high force. It's the Canadian high force. It is on this side. They've got those made of the mist boats. There's like one lot have got red ponchos and one lot have got blue ponchos. One's got a Canada flag on the top, one's got an America flag on the top. They go from different sides of the river. So it's kind of like the two rival Maids of the Mist teams going up and down delivering people. So yeah, that's what happened now. I wanted to give you a bit of an update because I didn't really record anything yesterday. As I say, we didn't really have the energy for it after that long flight. And yeah, see what happens when we get back there. Catch you in a bit. Here we go then, about to try poutine at the Poutine Hub. Pippa's researched it and apparently it's got good reviews. So we're going to see what we think of chips, cheese and gravy. Poutine! It's good stuff. Well, there's my poutine. I opted to get mine with crispy chicken, which turns out to be... Is that chopped up nuggets or am I imagining it? Phil's gone for the classic poutine. Well, we'll find out. We'll get access to the poutine. So far it's a lot like chips and gravy. I haven't had a bit of the cheese curds yet. This isn't the national dish, is it? It's just people like it. People like it. We'll look it up. Like Wayne's World. Oh yeah, the cheese melts.
Yeah, it's 3.99.
Slightly different flavours as well.
I thought you were supposed to get lumps of cheese.
Yeah, but it just melts. Oh, and it's widely considered the national dish.
Oh,
Unofficial title.
I mean it's nice.
Yeah.
Kind of in the same way. Chips and gravy's nice.
Just basically a different kind of cheese.
Gravy's nice though. It isn't like, I want gravy. Oh, there's the stretchy cheesy bit. Yeah, fair enough. It's definitely better than chips and gravy.
When you get chips and gravy with cheese, like, the cheese is usually like really cheap mozzarella or something, whereas this is like quite nice.
It is nice. Very comforting.
Good, really good gravy.
Well, it was nice. Really enjoyed it. But it's also very filling and I couldn't eat it all. But I am enjoying the Mexican Coke as well. Phil hasn't finished hers either.
No, but I've eaten more than I thought I would, to be honest.
Yeah, it is proper filling, isn't it?
Yeah, chips.
Nice though. Right, in true British style, after we told the owner how delicious that poutine was, and it was nice, we both pretty much came to the same conclusion. It's enjoyable, but a bit samey. It was like loads of gravy.
Too much gravy on that one.
Too much gravy, apparently. I've never had it before, but it's just becoming like a big brick of cheesy gravy chippies. I think it would be nicer if I had a little bit of that with something else. But anyway, we've tried it. It was nice. I couldn't say it wasn't nice, but it all became a bit too much. A bit too samey. So please try harder, Canada. So here we are on the last day. We're in Toronto, but it rained pretty much the whole day, so we spent it hiding out in bookstores and just waiting really around until it was time to head off home.
They are moving forward with like hard resign for the visa, so they're. If not, I think you have to see it.
Yeah, I was going to say that was on the news this morning.
And that's it. We're at Toronto Airport. That's the end of our amazing holiday. It's done.
Fantastic.
sad times. We've had an incredible time. We've only been gone 2.5 weeks, but it feels like we've been away a lot longer. We've done so much. Every time we think back to something we've done, it's like, what, that was last week? It's mad. So take a bow, Pippa, amazing holiday planner. You need a holiday buddy. She's the one to get in touch with. She plans an incredible holiday, and I'm not just saying that. But we're done now for Toronto. I won't usually click again because I might end up back in Japan. Thanks for taking a ride with us on this journey. The bad weather's back now, actually. It's a bit miserable outside, cold and damp. It's making my chest tight, my breathing laboured. It's like a little introduction to go back home, but I've been lucky enough, depending on what your views are, looked out, been blessed, whatever you want to word it. I've had 2.5 weeks of way easier breathing, walked up hills I never thought I could have, and I've had the holiday of a lifetime. So yeah, thanks for joining us on the journey. If you've liked it, you know what to do. Click like, click subscribe, and catch you at the next adventure. Say bye, Phil. Bye. See you later. Well, you've got to buy both.